What's up, guys? Welcome back to the final hour here of Roleplay Vigil week number 3. Guys, what are you up to?
We're going to walk around town and see if anyone else was slaughtered.
Okay. You guys leave the uh, entrance to the crypt, which, if I
Are
recall...
there any? Are there any like bloody footprints or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
You do not see any on the ground. So you are leaving the entrance to the crypt, which, if I recall correctly, was in the center of town. I think that's what you spouted lore on, Kaitlyn. And as you start to venture out into the town, you see a normal town. People are coming and going as they please with their different goods in their hands. People are just doing the normal hustle and bustle of Esterwick, rather. Ryan, you're muted, by the way.
Sorry, I actually before we leave before I leave the guards, I want to see if there's any like necklace or trinket I can take from them to prove that they're dead, something like that I can bring back.
Uh, I mean, you go to search their bodies and you find, as you approach one of the bodies, you do see that there is a necklace hanging from this man's neck, covered in blood. It was actually where a lot of the blood was pooling before it dripped onto the stairs.
Okay, I'll take his necklace covered in blood
Okay.
and maybe like a piece of armor, a gauntlet or something.
Yeah, his hands are draping off. You can easily reach them,
Are you
regardless of their
going?
height.
Are you going to wear that or sell that?
Neither.
Okay.
You take your thumb and kind of wipe away the necklace, and you see that it is a painting of what looks to be some woman. You don't know who it is, but you suspect it's in relationship with the guardsman.
Should we continue?
Yeah. We let's I want to get this to whoever is in charge. They need to know that there's evil on the loose and that their guards have been killed.
Perhaps we shouldn't say it was us who had done it.
We can just say we found them.
Okay.
They're the only ones who knew that we went into the crypt and they're dead.
Excellent point.
Doesn't the bartender who we asked about the crypt know?
He knows that we are interested in it.
We should go kill him.
I'm not
We
sure
can't do
about
that.
If he's the only other person that knows about it, I strongly suggest we kill him.
He's an old
It's up to
friend
you
of
guys.
mine. He's not going to think that.
We can
know,
put it to a
we-
vote. Yeah, he was a little bit of a dick to my brother as well, so.
So you have an
I don't
ulterior
think
motive.
we should kill him.
All right.
Riley,
Let's not
why
kill
don't
him, I
you,
guess.
if he's an old friend of yours, you go talk to him and tell him to keep his mouth shut.
I really think that would just make it more suspicious. I mean, what would he think that we did? We intentionally released more monsters from the crypt to have them kill the guards?
I'm just saying the guy seemed like kind of a dick. So I think he'll
He's
pin
just
it on
a
my
little
brother.
pompous. Everyone in this town is pompous.
Okay. Whatever.
But could you just ask your friend for a favor?
No, that I don't think that would help us. I think that would make it more obvious that we did do something. And besides, I don't want to get my friend involved like that.
Okay. Well, let's go see if we can find clues about this king. He obviously has killed 2 guards.
Yep. Yeah, let's do that. Let's. Should we split or stay together?
Stay together.
Okay.
Let us go together.
Where are you
Alright.
guys going?
We should go see the authorities, right? Maybe they'd know more. I'm sure they've been alerted of people dying if that has been the case. So-
Yes. Let's go find out if any more murders have occurred.
Yeah.
We'll go ask some guards around town.
Okay. You go and look for guards.
Yeah.
Yeah, you stumble upon a couple of guards that look to be on their normal route throughout the town.
I asked them if they know the guards who were working. Do you know the guards who were working crypt duty?
The guard that you ask looks at you and looks at his the man walking with him, and he goes, "I think that was John and Tyler. I'm not sure why. What does it matter? Can't you just go ask them?"
I take out the locket and I give it to one of the guards, along with the bloody gauntlet.
He looks down at the gauntlet and he's like, "What? Why do you have Tyler's?"
May he rest in pieces.
They've been murdered.
He looks at you and he goes,
Or just killed. It might not have been murder. We don't know the cause.
Something in that crypt. I think.
They're dead.
I don't know.
We found their bodies. We're just letting the appropriate authorities know.
He looks at.
We have nothing else to say to you guys, and we are taking our leave. Bye. And I give
Bye.
and walk away.
I follow Snake.
Don't mind my friends. They were frozen in time for 7 years. You know what that does to a person.
The guard is just like completely beside himself. He doesn't know what the fuck just happened. He's just kind of like.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
Okay. What? Yeah.
I must
we'll look into
be
this.
getting gone. Bye.
We'll look into this. And they just, as you guys like glance back over your shoulder and make sure they're not coming after you with their swords drawn, they're just like sitting there talking to one another with the necklace still in his hand, looking at it. What do you guys do?
All right, that didn't go too bad, but it seems like it hasn't spread out. The word hasn't spread out at all. So, I don't know, guys. What should we do?
We could go back to alerting the king about this. Could put
I
everyone...
think we should take a few hours to rest and heal. I'm fairly wounded. I could use some purification.
You know, I feel like I'm almost ready to rest, but there's just a little bit more I need to do.
Perhaps you should spout lore about resting.
I would like to. All right, let's go to let him rest. I don't need to, but I'll come there.
Okay. I mean, you guys are obviously tired. It's getting a little bit later in the day as you've been in the crypt for most of the day. The sun was going down, so you have no problem going and finding or going back to the cheap inn that you stayed at, and after getting a couple pieces of food to eat and whatnot, and you end up resting for the night.
They give us free food there.
No, but you end up going to your friend and requesting a meal. And he has a couple of leftovers from the day prior. It's not the best food you ever had, but it's filling.
Okay. So does Cat take -1 on the 2d6 rolls? Like everything?
Yes.
Literally everything.
Literally everything.
Okay.
Literally everything.
Literally.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so you guys go and rest. Whoever levels up. Who is that? Neal and Kat?
I level.
So you guys can choose. You increase your level by 1, so you guys are both level 4. You can choose a new advanced move for your class, and you choose
sick.
1 stat and increase it by 1. And your Constitution increases. Oh, never mind. Scores cannot go higher than 18, by the way. Changing your con
Okay.
does increase your max HP.
I increased my con to 16.
Okay. It also
which
increases your
means I need
current.
to get a pencil with an eraser.
Okay. Cats, what are
I'm
you
pretty
gonna
yeah,
put
I
your
want to
point
increase my con as well,
in? Okay. Con and boat.
but I'm not sure what I was at. I need to print all my thingy.
Hold on. I can tell you. You are currently at 15, so you're at 16. You will be rolling a +2 from now on. And Neal is at... Oh, yeah. Neal will hit 16, so now you guys are both rolling +2 for con. And then what advanced move do you choose? Or do you want to think about it for some cats? You're
Reading
muted.
them. I think I'll go for Fate of the Lamb.
You think or
but-
you know?
Like, let me, give me 1 second.
Okay. Neal, what move are you going to take?
Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Advanced moves. Do I have any advanced moves? I have an advanced
Oh,
moves.
yeah, you have a ton.
Da, 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 da.
You could take a barbarian, ranger, thief, or wizard move,
Yeah, I could.
but then you'd be back to level 3.
I would like to get Shield of Thorns, but since I'm doing Fire Elementalist, I would like to do Shield of Flame.
Cool.
When you use the elements to defend, when you use fire to defend on a hit, you may also deal your damage to a nearby foe in addition to spending hold. You only deal your damage once, even if you have more than one hold.
Cool.
So when you defend, you get hold. I take it. Cool.
Kat, did you make a decision?
Yes, I will take Invocation of the Shroud. I just realized something, JP.
What's that?
The miss is not necessarily terrible if we're like already, say if there's more enemies than us, then chances are that'll end up helping us, right?
On Invocation of the Shroud?
Yeah.
When you summon up the Black Fog, roll +con. On a hit, the fog billows from you, filling in an area, blah, blah, blah. On a 10+, you may choose 2 companions who can pierce the darkness. You're always able to see through the fog. On a miss, something else comes from the dark places. Instead, it'll be hungry. It depends on what comes up and what characteristics come from that.
Cool. But it's not necessarily always bad, right?
I mean, perhaps what you summon is more interested in what you're fighting than it is in you.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I'll go for that. That seems like a good gamble.
Cool. Is that it for you guys? No one else levels up?
I leveled up. So if I get con, does that give me more HP?
Yes. And you would also go to 16, so any con checks, you would roll +2 instead of +1.
So how much? So I don't get bonus HP for getting 16.
No, you do. You get an additional 1 HP.
Oh.
It's 1 to 1.
No, sorry. Because it's like for hitting 16, 17, those numbers, I don't get extra, is what I'm trying to say.
No, you roll +2. That's what I just said. Instead of +1, you'll roll +2.
For the check, I mean the HP.
For HP, you increase
It's
your
always
HP
+1
by 1.
no matter what.
Yeah, it's 1 to 1 for HP.
Yeah.
So your
Okay.
HP
JP,
would go from 26 to 27. What's up,
I
Caps?
just realized I cheated. I cheated earlier.
How's that?
Because I only had 1 third level spell and 1 first level spell, but I used 2 first level spells. I used Speak with the Death, and that's the one that I thought I would pick, but then I cured Light Wounds on Neal, and I shouldn't have been able to do that.
I'm okay with choosing spells as you want to use them, but don't make a habit of it. Like, it's fine. Neal's at
Okay,
what
cool.
he's at HP-wise.
Sweet.
And there's nothing above 18? You can't go above 18? Like it's
Yeah,
capped at 18.
stats cannot go above 18.
Okay. So I'll get con, 1 in con.
Okay. So
Okay.
everyone takes +1 to con.
So how long do we rest and heal for? I'd like to do it to gain back some HP because I'm at 4 out of 20.
I mean, you guys are going to sleep for the night, so yeah, you earn as you make camp. You if you have enough XP, you may level up. When you wake from at least a few uninterrupted hours of sleep, heal damage equal to half your max HP. Cats, mate yourself.
Oh, I thought I just.
I get to just meditate among the raw elements. Apparently.
Okay.
So I built. Yeah, I go sit in front of a big fire and meditate in front of the fire.
Okay.
This counts as making camp and sleeping, but you do not need to consume a ration. You spend days amongst the elements. It counts as recovering under the care of a healer, which I'm not doing.
Okay.
Cool.
I will commune with my god Cobblepot.
Do you say anything to him, or do you just pray to him?
Lord Cobblepot, please help me and my brother. My brother is now got a really shitty face, so please help us and let me regain my strength so that I can protect him better. Also, keep an eye on that scumbag snake. Thank you very much.
When you finish your prayer, you just hear a. That's all you get. Yeah.
Sick.
And you guys all wake up the next morning. Ryan messaged me spells. Cat's messaged me spells.
How many did we get again?
For wizards, you get as many. It's on your sheet. It's on the first sheet. Prepare spells. When you spend uninterrupted time, blah, 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 you lose any spells you already remembered. Prepare new spells of your choice from your spellbook whose total levels don't exceed your own level +1. Prepare your cantrips, which you never count against your limit.
So prepare new spells. So I get.
It's what I just read. Literally what I just read.
Right. I just mean it doesn't say exactly how many you get.
Your level +1.
Got it. Okay.
So you get 4.
And that's just total. It doesn't matter what level they are.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's different for clerics, I think. Right. Wait, is that different for wizards? New spells are your choice from your spellbook whose total levels don't exceed your own level +1. I think what that means is if you choose a level 3 spell, then you can choose a level 3 spell and one level 1 spell.
So it's total
Yeah,
levels,
it's-
not.
Yeah.
That's how I took it. Yeah,
Yeah.
total levels +1. And then,
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then.
All right, you guys wake up.
Okay. I feel much better after resting.
So do I guess.
What's an HP check for everyone, by the way?
14.
Full.
I should be full, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Riley's full, right? You're muted, but
Okay, so you get back half of what you lost, or half of your total?
half of your total. Whoops.
Okay, yeah, then I'm fine. I'm
Okay.
good. Everything's cool.
Okay.
Dongo. Perhaps you could spare one of your famous healing spells. I am not quite recovered from the taxing adventures of yesterday.
Perhaps you should have said something yesterday.
I did. You healed me yesterday until you forgot your spell.
All right. I'll cast Cure Light Wounds on him.
Okay.
Oh,
No, he really
Success.
does take after his god with those heals.
Roll
Is
your
that a
heal.
plus?
20
Rolls.
heal and a 2. All right.
2 HP heal. You can
I'm
recast.
at 17 out of 20.
I will not do that again.
You will not, or now?
No, I will not. I will not do it again right now. Anyway.
Gotcha. Okay. What are you guys doing?
So should we check for more dead bodies around town, or can we go to the king and, alert him of what's happening?
I mean, we already slept. I'm sure they're aware of it by now, so we should go and see if they seek help and maybe seek treasure alongside with that. We could help the Banshee and get some money. We really need money.
I think we've told the guards if it's
doesn't
important
matter.
enough, it'll get back to the king.
Yeah. We should double dip on this though. Does everyone agree
But
with that?
we told the guards that the guards were killed. We didn't tell them that this was the king come back. You know.
Yeah, and we could offer information, and we could offer to get rid of the king or whatever. I mean, we have to anyway, right? I certainly want this curse removed. If that increases my chances at all, then we should fulfill our duties with the banshee. And yeah, if we can get some money while at it, then that would be really nice.
Even though we created this problem, obviously we didn't do it intentionally. So I see no moral dilemma with quote unquote double dipping. Fine with that.
Well, they don't know. Yeah, they don't know. They don't know that we created this problem. So should we go to the king's castle?
Yeah, I'll
Do you
lead the way
think he will
there.
return to his castle?
No. I mean the current king. There is a current king in this town, is there not?
I doubt a king
There
would
is.
rule a town. A king, a mayor, perhaps, or maybe there's a king. I don't know. Ms. Riley, who rules this town?
I'll spout lore. Called it.
God damn.
We already know,
Do we?
don't we?
He just wants to fail like all of us.
Is it 2d6 plus 2?
Plus whatever your wisdom is, -1.
Yep.
Jane will tell you something interesting. It's on you to make it useful. You don't know who resides over this town. You haven't investigated or been here before. Only Riley has.
Yeah, I don't really know, guys. Only Riley has. So Riley, why don't you
Yeah.
tell us?
As I was about to say, this town still uses a monarchy. There's a king in power currently, and soon it will be his daughter that will take over. So I can lead the way there.
All right, let's do that then.
All right. I put Argo. Tell him I'll be back. Maybe in a day.
Okay.
And then I start taking the path that I remember to the king's castle, which is still near the center of town, but they've built a really large, like an oversized hedge that kind of divides it from the crypt. And they have trees there and a vineyard and everything, just so they don't have to see the crypt and be reminded of it from the castle.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way there. You don't have too much trouble getting in, flashing your knight badge, and they let you in towards
Night.
into the castle. But when you are asking to, well, what do you ask when you walk in? After you get past the initial entrance, what you walk into the castle and you're greeted by guards. They kind of eye Bongo Dongo and Kang, and then look at you and they go, what
I say
are you doing
we
here,
have-
knight?
We have important news for the king regarding the 2 guards that were found dead yesterday, and we think that the town may need to act quickly with the information that we have. So we'd like to talk to the king directly.
The guards look back and forth, or I guess look at each other, and they turn to you and they go, how do you know about the guards?
We saw them dead.
The guards.
Yeah, we were the ones who reported their death yesterday.
The guard looks at you and he says, "One moment." And he walks off to talk with to talk with one another. And they're over there for about 30 seconds. Do you guys make any action? You just see their heads kind of like nodding back and forth, and they'll sit there and say something, and then the other one will start speaking, but you can't really discern what they're saying. Nor can you discern realities to know what they're saying.
I wait for them to finish saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I spout lore about lip reading?
No. They walk back over to you,
Does that count as an auto fail?
probably. but not for XP. They, after talking with one another, they come back over to you and say, "Please join us. We will escort you to a chamber of sorts where the king will speak with you."
Okay. This sounds like a trap if I've ever heard one. Be aware if you try something funny, we will fucking kill you.
You know,
Gentlemen.
I'm a knight, and as any good knight would do, when
You're
I
a
saw
knight who
his
travels
body-
with someone who just insulted the captain of the guard. It's not a wise move to do in the town, surrounded by knights in the center of the kingdom, in the center of the castle. What do you have to say for your friend who just
I
insulted
travel-
you?
I
I
can speak
travel-
for myself. I suffer of Tourette syndrome, and I would like to make it clear that's not what I meant, Your Majesty.
I don't think you have Tourette's. I think you just have asshole.
The
it's-
captain laughs a bit and he goes, "Your friend seems funny, although he is quite scaly. I've never seen a man like that."
Your flesh is scales too.
I'll take three lemons from my goodie bag and start juggling for him.
You take 3 lemons out of your adventuring gear.
Yeah.
Okay, mark off a use. You start juggling, and he just gives you a really odd look, and he's like, "Please, follow me. I will take you to the chamber."
Okay. Thank you.
You guys all follow?
I follow.
All right.
Yes.
You're led down. As you walk in, you see that the king's throne is at the end of the long hallway, and you're escorted to another hallway off to the adjacent to the side of that to the left. And there's a bunch of rooms left and right. They're all covered, or they all have just simple wooden doors in them. None of them are still framed or anything. And at the end of the hall, there is another very plain wooden door leading into a room. And he opens the door and motions for the 4 of you to go in. And as he opens the door, he goes, "It'll only be a few moments."
Thank you.
I think him as well.
Yeah, you guys walk in the room. He shuts the door, and you hear some footsteps walk off.
While we wait, is there anything in the room that's,
You walk in. You see a couple of different tapestries around the room. One of them has the current king with his hips on his side, just looking very regal and almost pompous in his in the artistry of the painting. You see on the other side of that a very beautiful looking woman wearing a very elegant gown and a crown on her head. You suspect it to be the queen. But apart from that, it's just a very simple room. There are some small elegant trinkets around, some different candlesticks, which are made of some metal. You think it might be gold, or it might just be like copper plated or something like that. But apart from that, nothing else.
okay.
I get on one knee. I say, Your Majesty.
He's not there yet.
Oh.
So you bow to the
is not there?
painting?
No, to the queen. Oh, it's a painting of the queen?
Yeah. Donga
Yeah,
just
just in
like
case
gets
that
down on
painting's
his
alive,
knee
too.
and
Sure.
Dongo, this
Why not?
painting isn't coming to life.
Do we know that?
It's just a painting.
All right. I'll stand up.
as you go to stand up, the door opens up and there's a small but very in his looks loud, flamboyant man standing there. He's got a ruffled shirt that is proudly pink, and his pants are almost lavender colored, dark purple. They match his boots that he currently has on. And he walks into the room with 2 guards on the side, and looks at the 4 of you, and then turns to Riley and goes, "Are you the leader of this group?"
I'm the knight for this group.
He goes, "I serve the one true king of these lands. I have understood you know about yesterday's occurrences outside of the crypt."
Yes, we found the bodies there, already deceased.
I would like to spout lore about Charlemagne if I can.
Okay. Okay. You roll a 6. You just think to yourself, Charlemagne. Charlemagne. You're just kind of like sitting there thinking, where have I heard that name before? At Mark XP. He continues to talk to you. And when you bring up the fact that you guys were there, he asks, what were you doing? Were you going out of the crypt, inside the crypt? What? I'm confused as you happened upon these bodies.
We were passing by the crypt. Just passing by.
He like turns his shoulder and says something to the guards behind him. And they leave the room and shut the door. And he slowly walks over to the painting, looking up at it of the king, and he says, "I'm curious as to how you saw these bodies, as they were reported around midday yesterday, which is when you guys reported them." He goes, "Were you perhaps the ones who caused it? It was cleaned up rather quickly. We tend to make sure that the town is not aware of such dealings or
Spotted
occurrences."
it and reported it, but did not cause it. That would make us killers. And why would we come here
Yeah.
bearing knowledge of it if we were killers?
He's got his hands behind his back. He turns to it and he goes, "Fair enough. Do you know what lies within the crypts?"
Tell me, please. I am most curious.
Many years ago, the former king of Esterwick, King Wick himself, went mad as his wife betrayed his trust and cheated on him with an old dear friend of hers. And the king was buried, as well as the queen, after the king had her beheaded long ago. He went on a tear throughout the lands. It was quite hard to save his name, but we have done so. Of course, rumors still persist throughout the town. I guess what I'm saying is, I think you know more than you're letting on about these men in front of these guards in front of the crypt. The guards that turned in this information to us yesterday turned in a necklace as well as a bracelet from one of these guards. Do you know anything about that?
We removed those. We removed those from the corpses to as proof of death.
So you were there
Made the-
yesterday.
I told
Yes.
you we were passers-by.
So you're telling me that you simply passed by some bodies, took some trinkets off of them, and turned it in.
To the local authorities. Is that not what you would do?
He kind of walks back and forth, thinking to himself. He goes, "What is it you wish to tell the king?"
We're adventurers and quite powerful at that. So we would like to investigate this and solve it.
What is there to solve? Their deaths. Perhaps a thief came by in the night and slit their throats, trying to make a name
And
for
we
himself.
shall find said thief.
You told us just now that these kinds of problems are cleaned up and dealt with very quickly. Obviously, it wasn't a thief that came by in midnight. It was probably something. Oh, I don't know. How could something like this happen and go unnoticed by everyone else? There's obviously something dark here.
He goes, "Go on."
Well, I don't know what it could be, but I think that this isn't your run-of-the-mill, thief that slashes people's throats at midnight when no one's watching. I think that you should be wary of what's happening, and we're here to, be of some kind of service for this.
Are you saying I don't know how to run this town?
No, I never said that.
He starts
We are
pacing
saying
back
we-
and forth.
We are saying we could offer our services and help you here if you need them. If not, then that's fine as well. But if there is a thief indeed killing your guards, perhaps we could help out with that and find them and
Consider
bring
us
them to justice.
very skilled mercenaries at your disposal.
Correct.
He starts pacing back and forth, and he's thinking to himself, and he stops and looks up at the tapestry of the queen and says, "Esterwick has never employed mercenaries or any of the lot, much like yourselves, and we don't intend to start anytime soon. This is a matter of Esterwick, and that's what it shall remain. Is there any more questions or information you have for us?
That Charlemagne.
He turns to you and he goes, "I'm sorry."
I thought you just said Charlemagne. And that name has just been popping in my head, and I'm not sure why. Is that what you just said?
I do not know this Charlemagne.
Okay, never mind.
Please forgive my friend. Dongo has been played like a bongo too many times.
I'm
He looks
confused.
at you
as
and he
to
goes,
who
"I."
is addressed.
He turns to Riley and he goes, "Your friends are rather weird. Do you have any more information or questions for me, Knight?"
No, I have nothing more for you.
He goes, "Good day." And he walks out, opens the door, he leaves it open. A guard walks in right after he leaves and he goes, "You may leave." He waits for you guys to leave the room.
I
just leave.
leave.
All right, we all leave.
Okay. What do you guys do now? You
We're-
are outside of the castle unless you stop somewhere in the castle.